Welcome to the Friday vlog here at the Order of Eden. Today we're doing an episode called Computers and Scalpels. And if you missed my vlog last week, this makes no sense to you whatsoever. If you watched my vlog last week, that title still might make no sense to you whatsoever. So let me remind you where we're at. So weeks back, I started a 3-part vlog series that was comparing our current modern futuristic technological existence with primitive existence. And I said the great things about both. That was each an episode. And then I was going to do episode 3 on a synthesis. How do we bring technology and primitive existence, the things that really make us human at our core, how do we bring them together? And when I wanted to do the synthesis episode, I found, wow, that is way too big of a topic, and a topic that I find way too personally fascinating, and one that, if followed, I think will contribute greatly to my development as a human, and hopefully yours as well. Hopefully you can take some things from it too. So instead of doing a single episode on synthesis, I decided to make a whole big thing out of it, and sort of focus the vlogs at this for a while, and take you along for the ride and let you see what steps I'm taking in my life to synthesize primitive existence and technological existence. So I listed a whole bunch of things of different steps, different things to explore to live a more holistic life. And one of the things that I mentioned was that I feel like technology needs to be used like a scalpel instead of a blunt force instrument. It needs to be a precise instrument used for a very specific purpose for a short period of time and then put back down. My concern in this technological age is that we're so addicted to distraction that we don't have time for our own thoughts, for other human beings. We don't have time to sit and contemplate and understand who we are, what we're doing, where we're going, and why. And we're just so inundated with other people's thoughts, other people's opinions, and then we're addicted to distraction and outrage in the forms of television, the news, social media, all sorts of things. So in my own life, I identified something and I made a change. And as promised, I'm taking you along for the ride. And the great thing about life is that you can make certain changes, and you can change back if you don't like how it goes. So I'm all for making changes, doing experiments where, you know what, if this doesn't work out, I haven't changed, I haven't lost anything. I'm not getting rid of all technology, I'm not shattering my phone and then a week later realizing, maybe that wasn't a great idea. You just do things, you take steps that have a chance of really significantly bettering your life. But if you're wrong, if it's not the way you want to go, most things in life, you can walk back a lot of decisions. So let me tell you one decision I made that so far this week, it's been great. I think it's a great decision. I will definitely keep up with it next week, and we'll see how it goes. So, in line with not allowing technology to be the reigning force, not allowing technology to be the controlling factor, or even not allowing technology to be my default go-to, I decided to take my big computer setup that was in my room and bring it to my office at church. Now let me show you that. Alright, so this was the setup that was in my bedroom. My good gaming computer. I have a nice monitor for it, nice keyboard. I don't have my nice mouse hooked up right now, but you can see I have the audio interface. That's how I do music, and that's how I'm recording this vlog right now. And I set it all up at church. And here's why. I didn't want the temptation of this high-level technology just sitting in my room at all times. Now, often I use it for really good things. Often I'll, edit these videos on it. Often I will do things with music. That is a great hobby, a great way for me to create, to express, to do all sorts of stuff. And also, sometimes I can spend way too much time playing video games. Sometimes I can spend way too much time with Netflix, with YouTube. You just have this powerhouse of a machine sitting right there. It's really easy to let it be a distraction, to just come home at the end of your day and do that. And that's not what I want to do. So I brought it to church. And I want to tell you the effects that it's had at home in 1 week. I'll give it, it's been a week. It's less than a week. But it's been a week. And I want to tell you the effects that it's had at church. Okay, so at home, it helps a lot. It helps a lot not having it there. And I don't miss it that much. I really like my computer. I depend on my computer. If it goes down, I need to be able to replace that instantly, because it's how I do certain really important things for church. It's how I do really important things for the YouTube videos. It's how I do music. It's an important thing to me. But I don't miss not having it around constantly. So now what I have at home, I have a small little laptop that I can pull up videos on. It's slow. It's a lot slower, and I can use it as a word processor, basically. I can use Microsoft Word. I can use OneNote to make notes for this and for all. I use OneNote for everything. OneNote's amazing. It's been great. It has basically, now when I get home, it's not just this super powered computer that I'm looking at. I am sort of forced to do all sorts of other things, and I've read a lot more. I've been able to get to bed earlier because, let's be honest, most of the time I don't stay up too late because I'm reading furiously. It's because I am watching another episode of some show. So I'm reading more, I'm getting to bed at a better time, I'm doing a lot more. It gives me time to just sit and think about certain things, to plan things, to write things out. So basically, I mean, at home, it's been great. And at church, there's the obvious thing. The question is, so now when I'm at church, supposed to be doing work, am I just watching YouTube and Netflix and playing video games? No, I'm not. I can't claim that I have always used all my time at my office in perfect efficiency. However, having this here, having the computer at my church office has done nothing but help, actually, because there are a lot of things that I do on the computer for church, and now I don't have to go home to do those things. And having this here has made me come up with high-tech solutions to problems that I was having at church that I wouldn't have thought of if the computer wasn't sitting right there. There's a particular music project that I wouldn't have solved at church if I wasn't able to use my computer here on a regular basis. I was able to research better in my office, and frankly, because this is a place where I come to work, I work more on this computer than I ever did when it was just sitting in my bedroom. Sitting in my bedroom, when I log on, I'm tempted to go to YouTube to go and play games. But when it's here, it's the scalpel. It's the tool that I wanted it to be. I need to do something very technical. Great. Go to the computer, and then I go and do something else. I do whatever else I need to do next. And it's not a distraction. So having my computer at my office, I can still move it. So when I do want to play video games, I can take it, I can plan to play video games instead of just getting lost, getting stuck in video games. Like, oh yeah, you know what, I should have wrote that script for the next YouTube video, but no, I just ended up playing that game for like 4 hours. No, if it's my, Friday night and I say, hey, you know what, or, it's a weekend, yeah, I want to play some video games this weekend. Well, then I take my computer home, do it there, and then I bring it back. I have this very powerful computer. Why leave it at home where it's basically a distraction machine instead of bringing it to church, to my office, where it's a precise tool, where it's a powerful tool. And when I decide consciously, not out of habit, when I decide, you know what, I want to play video games tomorrow night, then I bring it home. And I haven't been doing it throughout the week. I will only do it on the days where, you know what, I have off tomorrow. I can stay up late playing video games, and that's what I plan to do. Because it's kind of a hassle. It's a laptop, but it's a big laptop, and I have to unhook a lot of things from it, and there's a process of hooking it up back at home. It's not convenient, and that's great. That really helps. If you take some of your habits, some of your vices, and make them inconvenient for you to do, a lot of times you find out, you know what, I was kind of just doing that thing because it was super easy to do. Not because I wanted to, not because I loved doing it, but it was just kind of there. Humans are fickle like that. So I definitely plan on continuing it. Maybe this seems like sort of a pointless vlog to you. It's a simple step. I moved my computer. But as far as taking small incremental steps in life to better your life, to feel like you're living more of your life, to do the things that you really want to do instead of just some of the nonsense that you end up doing, it's a great little step. I just got my big computer out of my house. I could have it in a place where it can actually be used for much better things than what I was using it for. So yeah, I'm going to continue it. And as far as what the next thing for this, for the synthesis experiments, I don't know. I've been doing a lot with minimalism lately. Some of it's in my head. I've been scaling back some things, thinking about simplicity a little bit more than I kind of always do. I'm kind of always thinking about minimalism anyway. But we might get into a video on minimalism next. We might get into diet next. I do want to simplify that a little bit, get a little more natural with the diet, maybe discuss some issues. Or next week's vlog might just be something else that interests me. But I will keep everyone updated on some experiments, and if there's anything that you can take from this, let me know in the comments. Let me know if there's anything that you find that, hey, you know what? This habit, whatever it is in my life, this aspect of my life, my computer's not a destructive thing. It's not killing me. The computer's not a terrible thing. It's not doing horrible things. It's just not exactly what I want to be doing. So taking something that is sort of standing in your way and just making it a little bit less convenient, or actively shifting it into a place where, you know what, over here, this thing can be way more profitable to me. Either way, it's a good thing. Maybe there would be some things in your life where, hey, you know what, if I just made this habit a little less convenient, might clean up a few things. Maybe there are certain habits in your life that are like the lead domino. You know what, if I could just get this out of the way, it would free up a whole bunch of other time, for instance, with not having the computer. Maybe if I just got this thing out of the way, it would make some of my other habits a lot easier. So, who knows? This was just my little initial step into synthesis, using my technology as a precision instrument, as a scalpel, and not letting it be all-consuming. So that's it for me today. Hopefully you got something from it. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.